Hi guys, this is going to be my review of the mf8 2x3x4 cuboid puzzle that I bought fairly recently. First of all, I need to go over a few things about what happened when this puzzle was first released. It came out with much excitement in the puzzling community. Many people have been looking forward to it for quite some time, and they all rushed out to buy it. And very soon there were quite a few complaints about it. What was happening was, after you'd done some shape-shifting moves on the puzzle, this side and or this side would get completely bandaged, so you couldn't actually separate these pieces from these pieces. You could only turn them like this, even though it's supposed to be fully functional, so that shouldn't happen. When it's in a cuboid state, those pieces should not be bandaged together. So many people complained to the manufacturer about this and the places where they were bought from, and mf8, the makers of these puzzles, said that it was an intentional design, that it was an internal bandaging mechanism, and that the differences between the cultures between the Chinese customers and the Western customers were causing the issue. Apparently, supposedly the Chinese people wanted to be able to have to figure out this internal bandaging, whereas Western puzzlers didn't. Now, a lot of people disagreed with this. They complained quite vociferously about this, and the fact that they weren't notified of this beforehand, because fully functional should mean fully functional as far as everybody's concerned, you know. So what mf8 eventually did was once they finished with their production run for this puzzle, they released a set of there's some internal pieces that will stop this bandaging happening. The way you had to solve the bandaging was you had to do a seemingly random number of corner swaps between top and bottom layers, and eventually it would release the bandaging. There was no set pattern to it. It was a completely random way to fix it, as far as anybody can tell. So they released these small internal pieces that could fix it, that you use to replace the current internal pieces, and that would fix the problem. As far as I'm aware, I could be wrong on this, the only place I've seen them is these small pieces on the HK Now store. So I would say, if you want to buy this puzzle, buy it from there with the split edge pieces that are available for only 99 cents. That's very cheap. And then you have to modify the puzzle yourself. Now, I would say, if you're going to do this, be prepared for some frustration. It is not an easy process. I had to watch a couple of videos by other YouTube users. I will place links to their channels on the description to this video, so you can see how to do it yourself rather than trying to show you myself. It took 2 to 3 hours of very frustrating effort and a lot of cursing and swearing before I managed to get it all together. It's not a vastly complicated process. It's not like there's hundreds and hundreds of pieces or anything like that. It's only like half a dozen pieces you have to get in on the internal mechanism, but they are very, very small and fiddly and difficult, and you'll get halfway through and then they'll all pop out and you've got to start all over again numerous times. So that is my warning. Having said that, I feel it was well worth the effort. Now, having finished it and having it all sorted out, I thoroughly enjoy this puzzle. It is a lot of fun to solve. So I would say, if you want to get this puzzle, get it like that. Do it yourself. I'm not an expert at assembling puzzles or anything like that. In fact, I'm absolutely useless at it in general. So if I can do it, anybody else can do it. So yeah, I'd recommend doing it that way if you want to get one of these. Okay, so let's get into the puzzle itself. Quality-wise, it's okay. It turns quite well. There are a few catches and things like that occasionally. The internal pieces, I think I might actually have mine tensioned a little bit tight. I was a little bit concerned just that I didn't want anything popping out and so that I would have to do all the assembly again that I'd spent so much time getting frustrated over. So I've got mine tensioned probably a little bit tighter than you would normally do, just to make sure that doesn't happen. The sticker quality is okay. I've been playing with this quite some time now, and I've probably sold it 20 or 30 times. There's no real peeling or chipping of the stickers or anything like that. The only thing I don't like about them is the fact that they're so small. I prefer them to go more up towards the edges. I prefer to see less black and more sticker personally, but that's just a personal preference really, I suppose. The only other thing I would say, I don't know if it shows up in this light or not. I'll try and get a better lighting on it and see if we can get it focused on that. On this top left hand corner there used to be an mf8 logo that wore off probably within 2 or 3 soles, which is a bit disappointing. But other than that, the sticker quality is good, but I think I'll probably end up replacing these stickers just simply because I prefer them to be close to the edges. As far as turning quality is concerned, it does turn well. It's quite smooth. There's no difficulty turning any of the layers. There's no real catches or lockups or anything like that. It doesn't really do any corner cutting. I mean, it'll do a small amount, but after that you don't really get much. But then this is not designed for speed cubing anyway. It is a lot of fun just simply because it's a good introduction to, if you haven't already got a 3x4x5, this is a good introduction to that, the parity problems and things that you get from solving these kind of puzzles. It's definitely a lot of fun to solve. It took me a little while to figure out exactly how to do the parity that you get with it, but it's not horrendously difficult. It's definitely a good introduction for people who haven't solved the higher order cuboids like that. This is definitely a good introduction, a good step up from, let's say, the domino cube and the 3x3x4. This one shouldn't prove too difficult. If you hadn't figured it out already, it is also a shape-shifting puzzle. You've got, it only shape-shifts in one direction though, which is unusual, which is something you don't get on many of the cuboids. They either shape-shift in all directions or they don't shape-shift at all. Whereas this one, obviously on the 2x3 layer, the layers don't line up, so you can't turn 90-degree turns on these layers, but you can turn 90-degree turns on these layers and then turn these like that. So you do get shape-shifting properties, which is always fun. I think most people who upload videos onto YouTube and review these puzzles always say that shape-shifting puzzles are always fun. I personally am a huge fan of shape-shifting and cuboid puzzles in general, so I enjoy this puzzle anyway. Despite the problems that initially occurred with the release of this puzzle and the frustration of trying to modify it yourself, I would still say I definitely recommend this puzzle. It is a lot of fun. It's a good introduction to higher order cuboid puzzles, and yeah, I'd say go out and get one. Okay, thanks for watching guys. Please click like if you like my videos. Please subscribe as well to see all my upcoming videos, and I'll see you next time. Take care now. Bye.